Hello and welcome to another team review. Today I'm gonna showcase a team that's basically built for the new switch mechanic, which allows you to switch out every 30 seconds. And we have a Deoxys lead here, which is basically the best Pokemon right now, there's like no doubt about that. And we have an Umbreon and a G-Fist, both basically function as a save swap. It depends on the lead you face. And this time we faced a Sableye lead and my opponent had Vigoroth in the back. So we go into our G-Fist because our Umbreon is a harder counter to that Sableye. And now we have our Deoxys here. We can double up to a move and then try to switch out. But our opponent runs a completely hard counter team to our team right now. Which just happens. Like, this happens to every team that you're gonna build. There is no team that has no hard counter. It's like always gonna happen. And he ran Sableye into our Deoxys, he ran Vigoroth into our Steel-type Galarian Stunfisk, and he ran a Charmer into our Umbreon. But still, it's still fine. My opponent makes a beautiful switch here, expecting me to swap out into my Deoxys there. So, good play on my opponent's part, and I just surrender here. This is just the first battle, but this team got me consistent wins, which was like something I really looked forward to, because like I only had really bad teams before. This was like the best team I could have figured out. Their Pokemon are all bulky, they all get to the fast moves really quick, and yeah, that's basically what is important right now with 30-second switch timer. That's why you look to build like Politoed and stuff like that is really good right now. But I went for those because they're even a bit more bulky and allow you to play around some mistakes also. So here we have like Jason, which we can counter. We go straight into our Deoxys because we have expected not as hard counter in the back here. We have a Clefable, which is fine for us. We just go for 2 Psycho Boosts here. And we can swap back into our Umbreon, which allows us to get back in the Obstacle. We can throw a move here, but I think you're gonna shield. And we basically only really wanted here to get some health from my opponent, so we can count him down later on, because G-Fist doesn't really have a good matchup against Obstagoon, but the counter from the Deoxys really hurts him. My opponent goes into Clefable, but we catch the move here, so we have like the perfect matchup here, and we can just farm the Clefable down. He's still switch locked, even though it's 30 seconds. You can just farm him all the way down, have all the energy, go for an Earthquake, and switch after this again back to our Deoxys and finish off the Obstagoon with 1 Thunderbolt, because he definitely does not get to 2 Night Slayers here, so that's a good game. And yeah, this was like, we kind of want to lead there, and it's kind of neutral, like we still have to look out for the Night Slash of the Obstagoon, but definitely a good game to my opponent there. Talonflame into Deoxys is actually a good matchup if you run Rock Slide. I don't run Rock Slide, I run Thunderbolt because I need coverage for Azumarill this team, because both of my Pokemon in the back are kinda weak to Azumarill. And he goes into Hypno. I'm just gonna go into my hard counter here because he switched into it, so I'm fine just going into my Umbreon. If he goes up to 7, it's kinda difficult because he might have Focus Blast, but Focus Blast doesn't even KOs even if he's Shadow. But he only had Thunder Punch, so we're kinda in a good spot here. I try to farm up a bit extra, so we are fine with that. And I might double it up here, and I can get rid of this Hypno. He goes into Azumarill. I can go straight for a Thunderbolt, which is fine. And he shields, which is also okay, but now we know what he has in the bag as well. I'm gonna try to get a shield here and baiting the Thunderbolt, which didn't work out, which is a crazy play from my opponent. I'm just gonna go for double Psycho Boost, and he's also not gonna shield this one, which is crazy. But I'm gonna go into my Umbreon, and he actually pulls the Brave Bird here, and that was crazy because basically I was able to switch out, but not with like the SCP, so he basically went there immediately to this move. But it's fine because we can go for a foul play here, and look at this play. I go back into my Deoxys, give up switch advantage or stuff like that. But we still have a 1 HP Umbreon in the back. It was like the play you most likely saw already one day prior. And we can like get a Psycho Boost on him here. He's at half health, but look at this beautiful sex swap there. He 1 HP, and this is actually a Hydro Pump, and this just lets my opponent surrender here, so good game. This swap was like way too good. Against the next opponent, we have Hypno in the lead, also not really good. But what I'm gonna do here, and what you all gonna do, should be like try to go to 5 confusions to him, and then swap into the Umbreon, because then you might be able to catch Shadow Ball. They always basically throw after 5 confusions, because when you are the Shadow Ball, you basically have to shield with the Deoxys defense. If they throw before, it's also fine, because Punch doesn't really do a lot. And now we were able to catch that, get off a Thunderbolt on this Scrafty, and he goes for a Foul Play, which is fine for us. I can just go for a Psycho Boost. I tried to actually farm up and then swap into my G-Fisk, but I wouldn't be able in time, so I'm just gonna go into my G-Fisk now, try to farm up some energy again. It's like heavy switching with a new timer. I don't like it, but I mean, a lot of other people like it, so I don't know. You have to get used to it. I think it's worse than before, but they are like really different opinions, so it's fine. Psycho Boost him here, I get a shield. I have a Rock Slide ready, I'm gonna get a shield here as well, because he has so much energy already. He kinda has the shield. And now I also have the shield here, because I expected a Foul Play. He goes for a Pop, which is alright. I get to another Rock Slide. Now what he has in the back is only his Hypno and a Galvantula, which has like nearly nothing. And we are able to catch the move here. This was kind of calculated, because when he threw 5 before, and through his move he only needed 2 more confusions to get to another move. Here he CMPs ties with us to the next move. We can just shield, because we have a shield still left, and throw our Foul Play, and we are definitely going to be able to get to a Rock Slide against him with our G-Fisk. And this should be a good game. Good game, well played, my opponent. Even though we lost lead there and switch we kinda came back there. Medicham lead, that's pretty good for us. He goes back into Pelipper. Pelipper is alright, because we have Thunderbolt. We're just gonna go for Thunderbolt to get 1 shield already. And then I can switch into my Umbreon, because I can soak every move basically. Doesn't really hurt me that much. And I even do some damage against the Medicham with my Foul Play. And also, basically, our switch clock is not aligned, so I can get some farm again with my Deoxys now against the Medicham, which is really, really good. And I think you're gonna let this Medicham go down now, so you're gonna stay in this matchup, because it only really hurts them to switch out again here. And we can go straight for the Psycho Boost. 2 Psycho Boost should be enough to take him out here. But I think we see Peter here to move. He has his Ice Punch, which still definitely does not KO us here. We're in a good spot. So we can farm down here. He goes into Registeel, which is beautiful, because we have a G-Fisk on the back. It's still scary. He tries to sack swap into the Pelipper, which didn't work. I expected that, so I didn't throw immediately. And I don't have to shield this, because a Focus Blast does more than a Weather Ball. And that needs more energy as well, so shielding the Weather Ball there would have been a mistake. He does not shield the Rock Slide as well. He just gonna go here for, I think it was Flash Cannon. Yeah, Flash Cannon for the bait. Definitely does make sense. And I tried to sack swap there, but he has to throw anyway, because like he can't really over farm a lot. But my opponent got me right into farm down range, which is kind of bad for me. And it's not looking as good anymore. Especially Deoxys doesn't really do anything in the matchup anymore, because Deoxys is like nearly no HP, but he thought I would bait there and he didn't shield. But Deoxys against Registeel is not even the best matchup, because Deoxys has a low HP stat and Registeel does always a 1 damage with lock on, which kinda hurts him like after a while. Here we have like bad lead and bad switch in. As is not the best switch in, definitely not, and we kinda... I don't know how this match is gonna go. Play Rough, we have to kinda shield this, does a lot of damage. I think I tried to catch a Play Rough on my Deoxys now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, catch, yep. Catching moves here is like always the most important thing. You kinda have to know calls here. He goes into Mandibuzz again. Kinda difficult situation, I think I survive one. Do I? I do survive 1 Foul Play, I get 2 Thunderbolt, which is nice. I actually think I keep this alive. Yeah, I go into my G-Fisk here and get some extra energy. It's not looking really good, to be honest. Like, I don't know if we can even win this. He has Azu and he has a Hypno. Hypno is okay for us though, because he catches the move here, but I can go into my Umbreon and throw foul plays, and I can actually catch the move here, which is cool. Fire Punch doesn't really do that much, but we're not in a good spot right now. Definitely not. And he goes back to the Mandibus, which is interesting. Why would you go to the Mandibus if you have an Azumarill? I can just go for my Rock Slide right now. Like, this play didn't really make sense to me, but it's alright. He had Azumarill, didn't he? Yeah, definitely had Azumarill. Call it a play rough. Okay, and now I can farm up a bit extra. He's right at the move right now, so I can go for Rock Slide. Take him out here, and he goes back into Hypno. 2, and I try to catch a move again, but I just have still a foul play ready, so I can throw my move. And he goes into Azu. Oh, this is gonna be a really close one. He throws here. I have to shield because I'm kinda low on my other Pokemon as well. It's gonna be a really close game. I don't even know how it's gonna end. 1, 2. Okay. I can get to a Rock Slide right now. It's looking alright. Oh no. Oh, the timer! The timer runs out right now. And we can get to another Rock Slide. And this is good game. Nothing you can do anymore. We win on timer. This is gonna happen a lot right now. Especially on this team because we have a really bulky team. It's really good. Okay, we have a good lead here. He goes into Deoxys, which is kind of unfortunate. I thought it was like Mew or something. So Deoxys against Umbreon is still a good matchup for Umbreon. I'm not gonna lie. But it's not the best. And we don't really have to get switch advantage again here. I don't know if I went for a shield later on. But we have 2 answers for Bastion done, so it doesn't really matter that much. I actually hope that he went into Bastion right now. I think I kind of misplay this game actually. I think he shielded this so well, which is interesting. Yeah, he did, so he's 2 shields down. Did I shield here? I did. I shouldn't have shielded that actually. Like, looking back in that, I definitely shouldn't have shielded. And he's somehow able to swap onto the Peter here, which is just stupid. I miscalculate here. Yeah, I guess he got like 1 extra move in there as well, which I didn't see because he needs 7 actually to get to a move with Bastion, and he only needs 6 there. So I guess he got an invisible move against my Umbreon. Cool, nice game. Here's a Medicham in the back, so I'm just gonna go for 1 Earthquake. But he stacks well perfectly into the Deoxys. Like, really well played from my opponent. But we have our own Deoxys, and Deoxys is basically a hard counter Medicham. There's nothing he can do here anymore. We're just able to get to 2 Thunderbolts or something like that, I think. I think we went for 2 Thunderbolts, which gonna be able to KO my opponent in this case. And this is a good game, well played. There is nothing he can do here anymore. I can shield here. And yeah, it's gonna be a game. This was actually like against Bastion, this team is like really, really good. Umbreon is kind of neutral. Deoxys is really good, and also G-Fizz is really good. Deoxys is just really good in general. Muley is really bad. You have to go into G-Fizz because it's the like smaller counter there. You can go straight for the Earthquake. Against Azu, it's actually an okay matchup if he does not run Hydro Pump. I think he goes here straight for Ice Beam. Yeah, he goes straight for Ice Beam. And we are able to get to another Earthquake here. I think in the next one, this is definitely only Ice Beam. So we might even get shield advantage here, which is cool. I think this... Oh yeah. I think I lose this match because he got this extra bubble in there. This is what decided this match. I think. Because yeah, otherwise I would be able to farm down here if he didn't get the extra bubble in there. Which is just really unlucky because then I would be able to align my hard counter. And now we have Mew into Skarmory. Doesn't really look that good. This is just like... That's super unlucky there if he didn't get the extra move in, which like is really... It seems like US people have an easier time to fast move denial there than EU people. That's like something that a lot of people already noticed. Maybe I should have waited here for a Wild Charge, to be honest. I was kinda too early there. I'm actually gonna shield this, I think, didn't I? Yeah, oh, and he steers me as well, what the hell. And now I tried to throw my move, but it didn't really work out. Just super unlucky there. Try somewhere. And yeah, this is not really looking that good. Maybe I should have waited out there. And definitely maybe should have actually got 2 more moves there so I get to my move before. Try to go for a Psycho Boost there to get some damage off him, but he goes straight for a Brave Bird. And we just barely don't get to the attack there. So it was definitely a winnable game. Without the extra bubble we would have won, and if we played a bit better or like a bit more lucky in the end game, would have also been alright. So that's kind of sad that we lost this, but it's alright. We have Mundle against us, and he switches into a Deoxys. I'm just gonna go into my Umbreon. Umbreon doesn't really appreciate Mundle anyway, so it's fine. Rockslide doesn't really do that much damage, like the charge moves in general are something that you don't really have to look out for. It's just about the quick move counter. Here he goes right into Mundle, which is a good play. I'm just gonna go into my Deoxys and throw a Thunderbolt just to get rid of him. Don't really want to see that with my backline anyway. Get some extra energy here. He goes into Altaria, and at this point I know I already won this game. I'm just gonna go for Psycho Boost and go into my Umbreon there, and I basically like this should not be able to lose this game anymore. I get to 2 moves here against the Altaria, which forces him to shield, I think. Oh, I overfarm there? Why? Okay, I shield. Okay. My play here was actually to get the shield with this move and try to get to like 2 foul play against the Deoxys from my opponent. Playing a bit more complicated, I guess. Now I have 2 foul play, which are enough to KO the Deoxys there, and also like if he would have gotten an extra move in there, I would be able just to counter that with my G-Fist, but it's alright. And this might be, maybe that's the last of the second to last game. I can record it here later on because my recording didn't really work there, I don't know why. But we have a good lead there with our Venusaur against us. Can just go straight for a Psycho Boost. He switches into Marek, which is fine for us because we have our hard counter here in Umbreon. And it's definitely looking good right now. He can only basically go for Bone Claw, which is neutral because everything else is resisted. And he goes back into Venusaur. I'm gonna go for another Psycho Boost, have fun with that. And he shields again, which is fine for me. I am not really scared about the G-Frisk in general. I have 2 good counters on the back of that. And I can get to another Psycho Boost here, which is really good for me. And I can switch out and go for the combo play. Like, saving a move in the current meta is like always so important, just because of those combo plays. And he has a Politoed in the back. That's interesting. I think I'm gonna wait until he throws another move. It's kind of, I don't know if I even won this. I think he's already in Earthquake range. Do I go into my G-Fist right now? Oh, he switches into the Marek. That's a good play, actually. But I still have my shield. Now I'm gonna switch into my G-Fist. I should be able to get to my Earthquake before he gets like 3 Weather Balls to kill me. And this should be a good game. I think we have 1 more game after this. This is... yeah, against Politoed. Politoed is kind of neutral. I think our lead wins against it. Umbreon is kind of neutral against it, and you can still do some damage with the Stunfist there, so... here we have a Melmetal lead. I don't know. Okay, yeah, Melmetal does make sense, and it's like a lot more common right now, just because it self-debuffs himself really quickly and does a lot of damage with that. So, you see a lot of Melmetal right now. Now Politoed does throw the Blizzard here, which is interesting. I'm gonna go and throw a move against the Melmetal here as well, so I can go back into my Deoxys. I hoped that I could catch a move there, but it's fine. I'm gonna survive 2 Rock Slides here no matter what. Not really a problem. I get some extra energy there. I might be actually able to farm down from this range. Okay, he just goes into Politoed. I can throw another move at him. There's no problem with that. But he actually gets to a move here, which I have to shield, which is kind of sad, but it's fine. I still have some energy on my Deoxys. I am at a move there right now. He goes into Altaria, and this is basically a good game again. Like, Altaria can't do anything about G-Fisk. I still have my Umbreon alive, which can do some damage here, and puts him into Rock Slide range. There's like nothing really I can do here anymore. Good game to my opponent, there's really nothing. I hope you enjoyed this team, I think it's really good. It got me some points at least, and yeah, I'm happy when this Switch disaster gonna be ending again, but yeah. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and see you next time.